Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Geek Out review of Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. My name is Alex, and as usual, I am joined by Felipe Macedo. How you doing, my friend?
Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm very, very good. Thank you, man. So, if you like what we do here, come up. We are on YouTube. Simply look for The Geek Ride. We review this show every week as it come out. You can find the show on YouTube every Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. So, hop and early on the Monday. You have me and Felipe talking about Dragon Quest. So, let's get on it. How did you find the episode this week?
Oh man, they're doing what I love. I mean, they're not wasting our time, you know?
I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the episode, and man, it was. I didn't try to hold my tears when I saw the dragon symbol on
Yeah, man.
Dice's forehead. So it was like, oh my God, yes, yes, I have been waiting for this moment for a long time, my friend.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you. At first, it's really funny because at first I thought the episode was a bit childish. And it's funny because after the episode I was like, okay, okay, that was interesting. And I went back to the manga, and basically the tone in the manga is the same. So I was like, okay, let's go back to the episode. And yes, like you say, it's just they have a way of building the episode for when the crest appear on his forehead is just as epic as it should be. It was really, really a nice episode. Um, so yeah, so basically the episode start with where we left it off on the last episode. Basically, Leona arrived with the two sages, and right from the start, we kind of feel they are up to no good. How did you find the character presentation in that episode? Because last episode they present us like the false hero and his ragtag team. How did you find the two sages and their soldier this week?
Well, I think that uh, it, it's funny to see how Leona and I relationship they started.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like, hey, I don't like you, I don't respect you. You have done nothing to prove to earn my respect for
Yeah.
you. So hey, you know what? I'm gonna bully you until the end of this.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, she came a bit strong at the beginning of the episode. That's for sure. Um, and how do you think they managed to build these different relationship, like with Grandpa? I'm gonna call him Grandpa from now on.
Sure, yeah,
With
yeah.
with
I was going to call Grandpa too.
with Grandpa, like over trusting the two sages and die already from the beginning, like being suspectful of them, and Grandpa just like no, 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 be respectful. So like I was so impressed with the way they build these different like you have to agree these show last like what it was a 22-23 minute
Yeah.
episode, and yet they manage in very, very short time to establish everything you need for the show, for these character, and when the action start you know where everybody is and everybody stand. So yeah, they're doing a great job at this, I think. And I want to see where they're going next with that. It was nice. How do you find the two monster of the week? Let's start with the scorpion.
Oh yes, I mean it's nice. The one thing that I was like, how does Dai know that? It's just because, hey, he knows what that monster was, you know. So
Yeah,
I think he never saw that monster before. Maybe Grandpa he told you about the monsters because it's okay to Grandpa to know that stuff.
I think so. I think yeah. I think Grandpa, because Grandpa was part of the
The
Dark
army of
Master.
the
Yeah,
demon.
the Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, was part of that army. So yeah, I think he just teached Dai, especially about probably special monster because he really calls him like a specific name. It's not like, oh, it is one scorpion
Yeah.
among scorpion. It's like, oh no, this is that,
The D.
yeah, the blah 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 scorpion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think he just knows it. He knows his monster, all the monster of the island. So I'm sure Grandpa taught him
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
few more.
Yeah, and you see that he has this warrior instinct to see where is the weak spot of the
Yeah,
enemies.
yeah,
So when he started fighting the scorpion, he was like, okay, that is the spot, and he goes direct
yeah.
to it.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
In the anime, I can remember. Did he say weak spot or did he say this is his heart?
I don't remember. I really don't
No,
remember
me
that.
neither. Because, like I said, I went back and read the manga right after, and in the manga they say like, "Oh, this is his heart." So it's like if Dai can feel where the heart of each monster reside,
Hmm.
instead of just like weak spot. Because I found it funny that it was the weak spot, but like on the back where all the armor is. I was like, yeah,
So,
that seems that seems weird a little bit, but it was really really nice. And the second big monster of the week was the robot. That robot that the sages like basically pop up from
hmm,
another tube.
yeah.
What did you think? That fight was,
That fight was awesome.
yeah,
That fight was awesome. I mean, I was already moved by the episode by that time because we see how it's basically Dai became Super Saiyan to save Leona,
yeah, basically, yeah,
and when he was in trouble, he was anxious, he was nervous, and he was like, "Okay, I have to do something
yeah,
something to get out of this situation to save Leona because this is my responsibility to save her because I was basically put as her guardian and now I'm his protector and her protector, sorry, and was like, okay, I have to do something. I no mage at all. I should have trained harder. Grandpa was right and then he wake up his inner power, his dragon power.
yes,
So, man, it was awesome. It was awesome to see he's reacting. He's breaking
yeah, the
the helmet.
bandana, yeah,
Yeah, the banana helmet, the wood helmet, and it was awesome to see. Like for me, he just it was more like Gohan turned into Super Saiyan level 2.
yeah, definitely. And it's funny because like when you talk about the Super Saiyan and whether it's Goku basically in the Frieza saga, so
Hmm.
a long, long while into the series, or go on level two Saiyan at the totally at the end of the series, it's weird to see Dai awakening his power this early in the series because it leaves like the door. Oh, it kind of shut certain door. You and me, we know it's they're gonna
Hmm.
evolve on that, but
So,
somebody watching only the anime, uh, like could feel like the door are closed because he's awakening this amazing power like from the start. But I think the way they the way he awakes his power in the cave, come out the cave full normal, go to the beach for the battle, and then reawake it, and then all the magic pops up.
yeah,
I think it's really really smart they made it that way, and not like only awakening in the tower in the cave and then
sure.
flying all the way ultra power to the beach. I
Hmm.
think that the fact that they go in and out of the power depending on his emotion, I think
Hmm.
it's very very smart because I think they're gonna play on that for the future episode.
Yeah, and there was an important thing that I haven't noticed. If Leona didn't say that before later, is that he said Leona asks Dai if he tried to bind himself with the magic powers and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and he said, "Oh yeah, I did all the rituals with my grandpa,
Yeah,
and I'm bonded to all the spells, but I can't do it." And I was like, that okay, that's information, but I'm not gonna use it. And then she
yeah,
say, hey, you know what? You're special because there's not many people in the world that they can buy to basically every single spell to be able to use it. So hey, you're special. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, yeah, that's right. I mean, if he can do that, and basically nobody else can do that. I mean, he's special, you know.
Yeah.
That's a tiny information that later on we're gonna see like that evolving. And speaking of magic, when he used that wind power, that cross,
Yeah.
man, oh my god, that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, the final battle of the episode, when Dai used all his magic basically at the same time, was
Yeah.
really impressive. But last week we touched a little bit on when you fight on the boat, and suddenly we switch from 2D animation in a sense to like full on 3D, and we were very impressed last week
Yes.
with the use of 3D. Like this week they just hamp it up a notch. I loved that spin of camera when Dai
Yeah.
goes like under the legs of the robot, then jump over it, and the camera just like follow the action. It was
Sure.
very smart, and I loved it because last week when they did the 3D and that fight,
Hmm.
um, basically the whole boat was 3D and everything was moving. I love that in this episode it was only the robot and Die. So it
Yeah.
was like the 3D was focused on them and it was really their movement. So mix that with, like you said, the amazing sequence of magic
Yeah.
with the slash and all the fire that he threw. The fire
Yeah.
animation was really dynamic. I really
No.
enjoyed that. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, and I love it because we see like Dai following because the robot is gigantic.
Yes.
So like he was walking on the robot, so it was
Yes.
like nice to see he the camera following Dai's step.
Yes.
So it was really nice, and he's smashing, try to break the armor all the time, and that's not it's good. It's also important to say that that is not any kind of armor. It was the armor made by the demo army to defeat the hero.
Yes.
So you know it's not.
It's
I mean
supposed, yeah, it's supposed to
the
be a
scorpion.
very powerful weapon.
Yeah, the scorpion could be an easy enemy, but that giant armor it wasn't at all. So it was really nice to see. And once again, we see like Dai's instincts be able to see, okay, that is the weak spot.
Yes.
Maybe, I mean, maybe because of other reasons, he has like a sense that okay, that is the weak spot of the enemy, so I will go there. And you see, like he using the flame to make the water rise inside the robot. So that's how he defeated the enemy in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, yeah, like you said, it's in that final fight. It was really nice that instead of going for brute force, we see our hero like getting smart and analyzing the enemy. And what's nice, it's they don't put it in your face like with Dai like thinking to himself, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that. Or no, they show it by action. He goes, he does few attacks, he sees
Yeah,
the spot, and then you see him planning every attack to hit that spot. And it's really smart. They went, I think, the right way by animating all that instead of just having a dialogue of him thinking how he's gonna defeat that enemy. It was really a smart episode. Like I said, I thought it was just a little bit on the not childish style, but I thought that some conversation or certain
hmm,
way that they made his face react, or the way Leona does like
yeah.
a little thing. I was like, I was hoping for that show to be a little bit more mature, but
Okay,
at the same time, like I said, going back to the
the manga.
manga, I was
Okay,
like, oh no, it starts childish because Dai is a child at the beginning,
yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
we see it through his eyes. So I can't wait to see them like as Dai get older and the adventure get bigger and bigger, and the scale more epic.
Yeah,
They get a little bit more serious with the show.
Yeah, and you have to see that Dai, think that he's only 10 years old. So there's that too, In the end, I mean, he's can be
Yeah,
a hero, he can be a warrior. That for sure we're gonna see him involving, but in the end, he's just a kid. So
yes,
like he's still growing up. I mean, until now, he was training in the island with Grandpa, and he of course learned a lot of things. He's I think that Dai training, Dai growing up, he's more like Gohan training with Piccolo.
yeah,
When Piccolo throws Gohan in that island for him to survive. That was basically the same as
yeah,
the Dai
exactly.
training.
Yeah,
And you see that Dai, he has this instinct of survival, of knowledge with because of Grandpa too. So it's nice to see. Uh, it's interesting for me because uh, Dai Dai way of fight is I don't know if you watch Boku no Hero.
hmm,
So it's basically Midoriya too.
yeah.
So they
Very
know
agile, very fast, and
yeah. So you know that so they know they have this power. I mean, not Dai yet, but they have this inner power that they don't know how to use it. So basically, we're going to see how Dai is going to master that power
yeah,
and when he's gonna use that power too.
yeah, I do agree. And I, like you said, I think the more and more we get into this adventure, we're gonna see Dai experiment, and like you said, what's nice is he knows that he has that power, and when the power awake, what's nice is that he use it smartly, not just like, oh, we're gonna use the super saiyan, but I'm not just gonna punch through with ultra power. He's so cute. I'm gonna be smart about it, and use my power wisely.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so that rounds about a little bit that second episode. It was a very well rounded episode. I really
Yes.
really really enjoyed it. And let's talk a little bit about the ending of the episode and what we are expecting for the future. Of course, week to week like that, these episodes won't be every episode 1 hour long. Of course, you can understand the public. The first episode, we gush a little bit about our past and everything.
Sure. Yeah.
Now we're gonna review each episode. They are only 20 minutes, so we cannot go for hours and hours each episode if we don't tell about the old story.
Yeah.
But yes, so we are coming to an end, and we are left with a special surprise. Felipe, what did you think of that presentation of Master and Pop?
Oh man. It brings back memories, man.
Yeah,
I was missing him so much. I
he's
was
so
missing him
awesome.
so much. He's so awesome, and Pops too. I mean, I can't wait to see everyone together and everyone growing up together. So it's more like it's amazing. It's like, man, they are doing this right.
Yes.
They like I said at the beginning of the, these episodes,
Yes.
they are not wasting our time.
No.
They are like going direct to the points. Hey, this happens, this happens, this happens, and
Hmm.
that's it. And I love that at least these new animes, these news episodes of at least of the all the animes that I'm seeing right now, they don't make us to waste our time. I mean, I think that when they adapted that stuff as the series, their live action series, they do like season one, season two, season three. It's more like, hey, you know what? We don't have to we don't have to put filler in our episode. We can go direct to the point, and that's season one.
Yeah.
But the good thing about about this anime in particular is that the manga is already done, so they
Exactly.
don't have to go to, hey, season one, season two, season three, just like it's going with Boku no Hero, for example.
Yeah.
And then it's more like, hey, you know what? We can tell the pace of this. We can go direct to the point. And seriously, man, as a grown-up man, that sometimes I don't have much left. to do my hobbies when I see an episode like this. I'm like, hey, I respect your time, and
Yeah.
let's tell the story the way it should be. So it's awesome. And at the end, we see Avan and Pops go in the balloon. No, it wasn't balloon, or it was in the boat. I
No, it was
don't
the
know.
boat.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it was. Yeah, they were on the boat. Yeah.
Yes, they were like, hey, so let's meet with the future hero. And when you see the preview of the next episode, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Look, let's roll back a little bit on what you said
Okay.
about like the pacing of these two first episodes and the way,
Hmm.
uh, like I totally agree with you. I think they are really really smart. Like you said, the manga is already written. It has been written for 30 years already.
Yeah.
So I think they, like you said, they went really really smart. I think they looked at the whole story and really made like choice at where they want the story to slow down, but definitely not at the beginning. They said like, you know what, that story is long enough.
Yeah.
We have parts that are more important that we take our time and tell the story.
Hmm.
And at the beginning, let's get that story moving. And like you said, they are really really good at not wasting our time. And coming back to that final scene, uh, it cracked me up, man. Like the fact that they are on the boat, Pup is panicking because the town is under attack by like I think it's undead or yeah, they were skeleton and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Avan is just like, yeah, the guards will take care of it. We got more important thing to do. It is so Avan. It is so characteristic of that
Yeah.
specific character,
Hmm.
and I love it. And like you said, the preview for the next episode, it's like one specific episode. Well, not one specific episode, but what moment of Dragon Ball when Krillin and Goku put on their turtle shell and start training.
Yeah.
It feels like the next episode is gonna be like that, and it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be Avan doing crazy Avan things for to train Pup and die. So yeah, really good episode. I'm really happy again. It's just my childish regained power, and
Yeah, mine
and
too,
it's
man.
it's it's amazing. So before I let you go, Felipe, we had a request on Twitter this week
Okay.
concerning a certain tattoo that you have. So, like you said, it was very emotional for you this week.
Yeah,
That moment in the cave when the crest finally appear on
that's
Die
true.
forehead. It's the crest that we saw, the meme and the GIF on Twitter. And
Hmm.
a long while ago, you went and had that crest tattoo. Can
That's
you
right.
can you show it to us? Do
Oh
us
yeah.
a OnlyFan page for the tattoo.
Oh yes, of course. With pleasure. It's this one.
It's beautiful, man.
Thank you very much. I mean, it was my first tattoo. Now I
Nice,
have six tattoos.
awesome.
But when like I told you before, the first tattoo, I was like, hey, I want to do something that I know that I always love it. And and then the first thing that popped up in my mind was the dragon symbol. So it
It's
was like, hey, yeah, you know what? That's the one.
I totally like agree with you. It's such a simple symbol.
Yeah,
Like whatever the size you do it, you've done it like quite large, but
yeah,
like
yes,
it's still simple, distinguished. It's not tribal, but it's not modern. It's not
yeah.
like the face of something. It's really discreet, and like you said, it's something that even probably in 30, 40 years you will look at it and you will say like, no no, that this is good, this is really really good.
Uh, Yeah, I mean, I have other tattoos, just
Hmm.
like I said, but when I see this one, I was like, yeah, you know what,
That
this,
come from
um,
from there.
yeah, yeah, exactly, because that was the first, and was like I never regret. I mean, I don't regret any of my tattoos, but this one is like this was supposed to be the first of mine.
Well, thank you for showing us. I'm hoping that a lot of fans of the show will like it too. Felipe, again, thank you very much for being
Um,
part of this show. It's always a pleasure. So we can both agree that second episode was really really cool, really
yes.
emotional. So
Yeah, they are keeping the pace. They're keeping the level. Like the first one was really good. This one also was really good too. And I really think that they are gonna maintain that level. And if they can do that, that's gonna be one of the best things I'll ever see.
I totally agree. Especially like you said, if they keep that pace and that energy coming, it will be just an amazing show to watch. So guys, hopefully you like it too. Follow us every Monday at 6 a.m. The Geek Out review Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai on YouTube. Look for Geek Out. If you want to follow us at the Geek Ride, sorry, on Twitter. Myself at Soschwank and my friend Felipe at Macedo Felipe, all on Twitter. Thank you very much for being part of this episode. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.